So, after LeBron James hit Rui Hachimura in the corner for the game winner versus Toronto, something clicked for me. And it's not about the pass, it's what it revealed. For weeks, the narrative was loud. When LeBron comes back, the chemistry will fall apart. He's gonna slow down the young guys. The Lakers finally found a rhythm and he'll mess it up. But the more I've watched, the more obvious it became. People weren't just wrong, they were looking at the wrong version of LeBron. Because this isn't 2013 Bron and it's not 2020 Bron. This is a LeBron James who understands exactly what this team needs and exactly what he doesn't have to be anymore. And that right there changes everything. And you can see that in that final possession. It's the pace. He doesn't rush in to try and go score the ball, as it's just an attack to collapse the defense. And if you look at the floor, he makes 1, 2, 3 defenders all shift towards him, which not only opens up LaRavia near the corner, and then as we all know, it grants Rui the opportunity to knock down the game winner.
In the corner for the win.
This here doesn't just fit the Lakers, it elevates them to another level. As we all know, LeBron is someone who makes the defense gravitate towards him due to his ability to score. So on this post-up versus Utah, you're going to see Nurkic rotate over to be ready to help. And then when looking at Keontae George, he steps into the paint to cover anybody that flashes inside. Well, in theory, this is the correct defensive rotation. But when your backline defender doesn't have his head on a swivel, this is when the backdoor cut leads to an and one.
Just get going. Look at that pass! He's on fire!
Similar to last play, we see Kyle Anderson get into position to help if LeBron is to spin off going baseline, so now Williams has to use that swim move to establish position in front of Ayton. This here makes it to where Kevin Love has to drop back into that middle ground to guard both Smart and Doncic on the outside, and with this gap being too far to recover back to Smart, he's able to receive the ball in the cut to go finish. Now listen, it's not that we haven't known that LeBron is a good passer, but it's that now more than ever, he doesn't have to use his scoring to lift the team completely, but for opposing teams, they can't sleep on his scoring whatsoever. So that's why you'll see him commit extra defenders to ensure that they take away any opportunity of scoring away, but all you did was give up a wide open 3 when James zips it across the court. Like, I understand why people say he could mess up the chemistry, but with LeBron's ability to make both defenders play in tight to help out, this makes it to where all he has to do is get started downhill on his defender to make the entire defense sink in, and with him playing in more of that facilitating role, this opens up an easy kick over to Vincent, and although he does miss that first pass, you can see that Scottie Barnes has totally left his man to help out, so all Bron has to do is find that angle to get the pass off, and the rest is history. This here is simply called manipulation of the defense, as Bron can make them do whatever he wants at any time, and he'll make sure to make them pay for it. When coming off these pick and rolls, he's not some guy who's going to rise it from deep all the time, as he instead is someone who the defense knows will attack the paint with aggression. This here will now force the big to get right in front of LeBron so they can be ready to defend the attack. With the big extra focused on that drive, the weak side help has to dive in to help out on the roll, and with LeBron seeing every coverage possible, he knows that Dunn will be there, but that's where he wants to pass it also. So he chooses to look out to the corner to make Dunn release off, and Hayes can now finish off the oop with ease. Some of you may think that was a one-off thing, but trust me, James will zone in on that corner often to make the help defender do what he wants, which is to stay home or rotate back out. Also, he can serve his teammate a home-cooked meal that's ready to eat. These no-looks are truly a staple in his game, whether it be on the fast break where he sets up Reeves who's flying down the floor,
LeBron, here comes Reeves! What a good look.
a high-power fire down the backside when the defense falls asleep to set up the slam, or to shake things up from some plays we discussed earlier, James will come off that screen hawking down the roll man to make the weak side defender drop in. But wham! That's when he catches you off guard with that bullet to the corner for straight money. All this here is one aspect of his passing, and trust me, it gets better, because as much as these no-looks are amazing, when James needs to get the pass off in a quick manner in a tight space, well, that's no problem.
Here comes LeBron. Oh, great pass again for the double-double.
When he's on that fast break, he can lead you perfectly to the basket between the defense for you to go lay it home. When that gap gets even tighter on the break, he'll show you that he's way too skilled to stop it by dropping off a quick no-look between Laurie and Keontae to set up Reeves. And just to display that he has some of the best vision and placement in basketball, he sets up Reeves perfectly on a cut where most guys wouldn't even try it, and he executes it flawlessly.
Hard done and Brown on the floor. Somehow that pass gets through.
Say what you want, but these passes have to be quick, accurate, and delivered with no error if you want them to lead to success. And this is something LeBron can do whether it's in the open court or out the pick and roll when he attracts two, to then set up Hayes with a slick bounce pass. Now listen, this isn't me saying that LeBron is only going to be a passer from here on out, or that James being able to pass is a new discovery in history. This is all to show you that if LeBron was to lean more into his facilitating bag and influence the game from that view while Luka and Reeves do more of the heavy scoring, this can make the Lakers even more dangerous. It's not that LeBron isn't capable of putting up 20 plus points a night, because we all know he can. But when he can take that back seat and use his talents to pick apart the defense with his eyes while keeping them on their toes with his scoring, this is when you get a team that has multiple different threats that can affect the game in many different ways. And when they all are on the same page about how they're going to approach each game, that's when things get scary. In the comments below, say Mastery if you want to see more videos like this, and then tell me 2 things about the Lakers that you like or have concerns about. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you're first to know when I upload. I truly thank you all for your support. When you watch these videos all the way through, they help me hit the algorithm so my videos can be seen more. Hopefully one day we'll hit 100K. Once again, I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.